Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 7 o'clock on Saturday the 6th of May. Just making my way down to the land, and as always, not quite sure what we're going to get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land, and you can probably see we're in need of a trim on the old grass. Quite foggy as I was coming in, but the sun is trying to break through the clouds there. We had an enormous thunderstorm last night. We've had quite a bit of rain actually for the last few weeks, but last night was particularly heavy. Loads of thunder and lightning, and I can feel as I walk across the field it is quite boggy. I was keeping an eye on the CCTV yesterday, watching the water start to pool around the cabin. Was getting a bit concerned at one point, I have to say, because it has flooded in that area before. Hasn't actually made its way into the cabin, thankfully, because the cabin is raised. But having to paddle through it, I didn't fancy that this morning. Anyway, let's get opened up, get the kettle on. Might need a bit of heat as well this morning, and I'll catch up with you shortly. Well, first things first, as usual, sorting the chickens out. Astute viewers might notice that there's a little red one conspicuous by their absence. That's because she's in here having a broody session. Morning. Oh dear. Anyway, let's get finished off sorting these out, and we'll get ourselves in the cabin. Well, good morning, and welcome to another weekend. Just been sorting the chickens out. Nice to see little red hen brooding. Don't know how long that's going to last. I've been there before, where after a couple of days they just go, nah, not having this, and then join back in again. I've just popped some greenery out as well, so maybe that will tempt her out. Don't know. Oh dear, what a week. What a week. It'll be a short trip down today. I've been desperately popping backwards and forwards all week in between work trips. Spent a bit of time away this week. But we've got a long weekend this weekend, so I'm hopeful that in addition to this short video today, I'll get another one out over the weekend. That I've been taking video clips for probably the last week, 10 days, as various issues have cropped up, to try and make a bit more of a less cabin chat, more prepping kind of video, or more thinking about prepping kind of video. Extra day off this week because it is the coronation today of His Majesty King Charles III. For the royalists out there, or the monarchists out there, do enjoy the pomp and ceremony. We're very good at that in this country. One of the few things nowadays that we are very good at. If you're not in favour of the monarchy, then enjoy the extra day off down the pub with your friends, or taking advantage of the double time wage rates on the bank holiday. It is a win-win, even if you're not in favour and can't be doing with it. I was really busy this week with work trips. I was down in London earlier on this week, and on Tuesday got a little trip into the Houses of Parliament in Westminster Hall, where you might remember that from the TV, where the Queen's burial was taking place, and got to saw the carriage that they're using today, or one of the carriages they're using today. I'll pop some little clips into the video. and got to see the King as well, so that was nice. So I saw him in person this week, and I'll see him again on the TV during the coronation. Lots of other stuff going on in the background. All of the crises that we've been having for the last year or so now, still in full force. Interest rates up again here in the US, in the EU. Inflation still over 10%. War in Ukraine still going on. You might have seen the report this week, and it is one of the clips actually, spoiler alert, in the video that I'm busy trying to put together. All of the attacks that we've been seeing, these special forces attacks that we've been seeing, whether that's the bridge, Nord Stream 2 pipelines, St. Petersburg, some Russian air bases, oil refineries and oil storage tanks, drones over Moscow. We had one this week where they actually attacked the Kremlin itself. Luckily, I guess, the air defences there actually took out these drones as they were flying over. So no big, huge explosion to be seen, and whether it was or it wasn't an assassination attempt on Putin, who knows? He's clearly still here. And he was straight on TV to have a bit of a moan about it. Taiwan situation, again, spoiler alert, that's another video clip that I've got lined up for another video this week. I don't know what to say without doing a big spoiler for the next video, but the world is really on edge here from a financial perspective, an economic perspective, cost of living perspective, availability of everything perspective, and affordability of everything perspective, as well as a potential world war potential situation. So it is time to be ramping up your preps and filling up whatever gaps you might have if you're a long-term prepper, if you're new, to get out there and get something now while you can. In terms of stuff down here, I'll give you a little run round, see what's happening in the garden. Bit of a mixed bag, as always. And whether that's planting or pests, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but you'll see as I walk around. It is nice to see all of the various trees, bushes around the field blossoming, providing some food for the bees. I was down here on, what day was it? Thursday? I can't remember now. And both hives very active. I'm tempted today to pop that empty third hive out there so that I've got something ready, because we are rapidly approaching now the season when the beehives normally do swarm. Long-term viewers will have seen that last year. So I just want to be ready in the event that they do swarm, so that I can capture that swarm and pop it straight into a hive that's already there. Or might save me some work. If they do swarm, they might find that empty hive and just move in. Save me the aggravation of climbing up in the trees with a cardboard box trying to scoop them out. So yeah, I might pop that in today. Other than that, short visit. I do want to get back so I can spend a bit of time in front of the TV, watch all the pomp and ceremony, and then I'll be back down again over the rest of this, what is after all a longer weekend. So, how are things with you? I know from comments and emails that lots of you are busy with your planting. People have already got plants. Some people, shout out to Jeff, Heather and Pink, are already selling plants as a way of generating a little bit of extra income. So is that something that you're busy doing? What are you doing? Let us all know in the comments section. Whatever you are doing, I hope you are staying safe and well and enjoying your weekend, whether it's a normal weekend or a extended bank holiday weekend. I will desperately try and get this other video out over the weekend, and hopefully it'll be a bit of a change from just listening to me. ramble on in the cabin chat. So, I haven't made my coffee yet. I need to grab that. I also need to get out and do a little bit of watering on the indoor. Don't need to do anything on the outdoor. It's like a swimming pool in places. And I'll give you a run round and you can see how we're progressing with the planting here. Well, I said I'd give you a run round, so here we go. Blueberries coming on a treat. 3 out of the 4 bushes have got flowers out, and on a couple of them they're actually starting to die back, so hopefully we're going to get some berries shortly. A few little seedlings sprouting up there in those little trays. Strawberries doing well. I've even got my first actual strawberries just starting to peek out there. Which is really nice to see. Same over here on this one. Look at that. Big surprise is this one. This new raised bed that I put in. This is all lettuce. So that's encouraging and really good news for the chickens. Because I'm sure that they'll have more of it than I will. Out into the wet. Again, bit of a mixed bag. The rabbit netting seems to have worked on the whiskey barrels, because I've got potatoes coming up. You'll remember this one was dug out numerous times. So I am stunned that we have actually still got potatoes coming through. And quite a few of them. There's another one over there. It's not just that little clump in the middle. Similar story on this one. Everywhere on this one. All the way around. Even over here. So that's nice to see. No signs in this one, but this was the last one that I put in. So I shouldn't be too surprised at that. What I am surprised at is this garlic bed. I mean, as you can see, I've got lots of garlic, but not as much as there should be, because look at this. Let me just run round this, because the netting is completely enclosing the entire bed. You know, there's no... Look at that bloody slug. Get out, bugger. Yeah, the netting's completely enclosing. So, I don't know how, but bloody rabbits have been in again, look. Look at that. Really great hole there. And another really great hole over here. I just don't know how. Can you see that, or is the netting in the way? Let me lift this up. In fact, let's just take the whole thing off. Shuffle it down. It's hard to do this one-handed. Go on, off you go. There we are. Look at that. Hey? 2 bloody holes there. I mean, they can't get anywhere because the wood off the raised bed's in the way. And another one here. I don't know. What is it about this bed? Because the other's not touched. The onion one, absolutely fine, and the onion's coming on a treat. This one, I did see some little footprints on this the other day. Again, not sure how they're getting in, but it wasn't a hole as such, it was just little footprints. There are a few seedlings coming through, if you'll see them or not, up there. Round here, look. Shut up, cockerel. Yeah, there's a few coming through, but not as many as I was expecting. This one, you can clearly see the rose there, in amongst the thistles. And what seems to be a stray potato. How has that got there? Eh? You know, I mean, the seedlings are in nice, perfect 3 rows, and then there's a potato. How bizarre. That has been dug up. You can probably see the soil around the side. So I'll be stunned if any of those seedlings come through. This strawberry bed looking nice. Although, again, you can see something's been digging in here. I think that's probably birds rather than rabbits. Sweet corn. We have actually got the first signs, look, of some sweet corn coming through. So fingers crossed. Nice little blossom on the tree here, on the fruit tree. Fingers crossed again that we'll get some fruit. I mean, the trees are young, but even if it was just one, it would be nice to see. This bed, for some reason, gets dug up to death. This strawberry bed here, I've replanted that probably twice this year. And I keep finding that it's been dug up. I have got plants, so I might be tempted to pop some in, but who knows. I'm going to walk around that now. Polytunnel, again, mixed bag. Some success, some not so successful. God, it's warm in here. And the heater, you'll notice, is gone. Carrots, look at this. We've got a rare old selection in varying stages now. I mean, these are the newer ones. But they're all coming through, which is nice. Similarly, potatoes, these are the last few that I planted, so not expecting to see stuff there yet. But look at this. How nice does that look? Potatoes come through. A bit of a hit and miss with the tomatoes. Out of the 4, I've managed to hang on to 3. They are taking a while, these, to come through. Is that going to focus or not going to focus? Yeah. So they are hanging in there. They're just not growing as quick or as strongly as I would have liked them to. Seed trays, I've replanted these again. So they literally were done, I think it was Sunday last weekend. I've got chilies and peppers and tomato and cucumber again. I put some tomatoes in just in case these don't make it. And if they do, then great, I'll just sell or give away. Peas, the ones in the pots, doing really well, has to be said. The ones in this circular pot, not so. Out of the 6, 3 are still hanging in there. But again, they've been really slow to come on these. So that's it for the planting. Some good, some not so good. But it's all a benefit. Let's take a little quick run up to the beehives. It is really wet. So, oh my word, what is that? Look at that. Oh my God. I've got no protective gear on either, so I'm chancing my arm a little bit here. Look at that. Oh, they're getting a bit mardy, a bit annoyed with me. Now that is what you call a swarm. Wow. Now where in amongst all of that is the queen? That is going to be a complete pain to get off. Look at it. I don't know if there's any bees left. This one is the one that was very, very active during the week. And we do still have bees at the entrance. That one, I don't see any activity outside there at all. Oh, hang on, there is. There's a couple of little stray bees just wandering in and out. Well, you know what this means, don't you? Let me just check this hedge, make sure there's nothing. I don't expect to see a swarm in here now. Not having seen that tree. Why would they go there? That is just so bizarre. Right, I'm going to have to get another hive onto there. I might need to move that actually. That's a bit too close to these overhanging branches. I wasn't expecting this morning. Can you tell in my voice I'm a bit frustrated, nervous and excited all at the same time? Damn it, I'm going to have a coffee now and try and figure out what to do with that. Ah, dear. That is just so bizarre. How weird. I was literally just talking about that this morning in the cabin. I thought, oh, what can I do that's simple and quick, because I'm in a bit of a rush today. And I thought, oh, I'll just pop the empty hive out of the cabin and back into the field. And now it's like panic stations, because I don't want to leave that in case they disappear. Because right now there will be bees out hunting around to find somewhere suitable for that, what I'm guessing is a new queen, to go and set up the hive. So if I leave it and come back tomorrow or Monday or whatever, there's a chance they might not be there. And then what am I going to do? Right, enough talking. You'll see, I guess, in the video later. I don't know how much I'll be able to capture, but I'll do my best. What are we going to do? Damn it. Ah, God. Right, let me get in the cabin and get geared up. Right, I've lined up the third hive, just the bottom box for now, and also this transporter nuke box. I've got a couple of frames in there. I've got, I think, 5 or 6 in there. I need a gap so that when I scoop up the bees, I've got somewhere to put them. I need to be able to get them onto the bottom of those hives rather than drop them on the top of the frames, so they need to fall to the bottom. But the real issue is going to be getting this off, because I've no clue where in amongst all that the queen is. And it's not like I can shake a branch and they'll fall down. They're actually wrapped around the trunk of the damn tree. So yeah, I suspect I'm going to have some issues with this, but all I can do is try. Right, I'm just checking this hive, the one that didn't seem to have too much activity. I wanted to make sure it did have bees in it before I tackle that swarm. And it has, so I'll get this put back together quickly. I know that that one is very active, so I'll put this back together and we'll have a look at that swarm. Right, I'll do my best to catch this on video, but it might take a bit of time. So I'll just leave the camera running and I'll, fingers crossed, get something for you that's worth watching. But the idea is try and scrape them off into these boxes and then transport them across to the 2 hives I've got ready. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Right, there's a few still around the bottom of the tree. I'm going to leave those. I've transported a few boxes over to these 2 hives and dropped them in and then covered over the lids. There's a few bees in the boxes still. I've just left them to wander out. So I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee and then hopefully I'll come back and I should see some signs, because I've got bees on the outside of both of these hives. Whether that's in the box, as you can see there, or whether that's in the hive themselves. So hopefully I'll see these start to make their way into one of the hives, which would indicate that there's a queen in. There's not many in that one, there's only a few. So, apologies for the shaky camera, I'm trying to carry it on the tripod. So, give them a chance to settle down a little bit and see, after I've had my coffee, what's happening. Hopefully these will either continue to congregate, which means the queen's still there somewhere, or they'll disappear. Oh, that was a bit intense. They were not happy, which is kind of understandable. I was being a little bit rough. Anyway, let me get inside and get a coffee and get cooled down a bit. It's absolutely roasting in this bee suit. Oh God, I was not expecting this today at all. So let's get in and get a coffee. Well, that was a bit crazy. Oh, I've got a right sweat on. At least you've got something a little bit different today. Oh, ready for this. Unless you've done this, you really don't know how stressful it is. Oh God. If my mate Simon the beekeeper's watching, I apologise on behalf of all beekeepers, Simon. I can only imagine what you were saying while you were watching that. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm going to give it a short while just to let them get themselves calmed down and let me get myself calmed down, and then we'll pop back out and have a look. I probably got, I don't know, 2/3, 3/4, 2/3 of the bees off the tree. I mean, the burning question is, was the queen amongst them, or is she still sat on that tree? I guess we'll find out when we go back out to take a look. I'll pop my head inside the hives that I've just populated and see if they're all still in there, and if there's any signs outside of those 2 hives to indicate that the queen is in there. You just don't know. But no doubt there will be still a significant clump around that tree. So I'm running out of time actually to try and get them all scooped up and moved into those hives. Definitely be back down tomorrow to take another look, and probably Monday as well. I had all kinds of plans for my day today and it's just completely gone awry. But as I say, something for you to look at anyway. Tell me about what you're up to in the comments section. Have you come across anything unexpected this weekend, or is it business as usual? Is anybody else out there keeping bees? And if you are, how are you getting on? And what did you think to that comedy act of me trying to scoop up the bees? Let me know. Anyway, I'm going to chillax for a while, drink this coffee, compose myself, and then go out and do it all again. The camera work might be a bit shaky. I'm trying to do this on the tripod again. You can see we've got lots of activity around the hives. Difficult to know. Difficult to know quite what we've got going on in there. They're hanging around for a reason. The question is it because the queen is in there? Let's take a little look at this tree, because we still have got a fair bit of activity around here. Still an awful lot of bees hanging around. Obviously not as many as there were before, but still quite a few. Now, do I scoop those up now, or do I wait a little bit longer? I've still got the normal activity around these two original hives. Both of them are still got bees coming and going. Be really interesting to get inside both of those properly at some point, but now is not the time. Look at that. I've got bees on my smoker. It's supposed to put them off, not encourage them. Ah dear. Right, let me get this camera down, bite the bullet and see what's going on inside. I daren't take it off the tripod because I need my gloves, and it's difficult to do anything with the hive as it is without trying to do the camera work as well. That's quite encouraging. God knows what that was. Hopefully it's a bird scarer and nothing more sinister. You can see that they are congregating. They're actually congregating in two sides of the hive. Right, let's get that put down. I'll come to this one in a minute. Let's get the lid back on. I've even got bees on my bloody phone. Go away. Right, I can probably do this with you here. Yep, they're all still in there, and there's a big clump under the roof. So hopefully... Do they have more than one queen when they swarm? Simon, if you're watching, let me know. Have you come across it where there's been more than one queen? I just don't know, but both of these are active. So, what to do? Do I scoop some of them up off that tree or not? Burning question. And I just don't know right now. I'd hate to think I'd left the queen there. I might be tempted to scoop them up. Not the ones on the bottom of the tree, but the ones just here where there's that distinct clump just there. I might be inclined to scoop them up. I guess all will be revealed shortly. Well, I scooped up that last remaining little clump out of the tree and popped it into this hive. I'm fairly content. Well, I'm as content as I can be. I've got them divided up between these two. They're still active around both of these, so I guess it's just a matter of time now. Wait and see what happens. It's clouding over, so I'm just wondering if we're going to get some more rain. Still very content with these original two. Loads of activity on them. So very happy. It's just a case of waiting and seeing what happens, I guess. They are busy little bees. Well, that's it for today, I'm afraid. I have got loads to do, and I want to see the coronation as well. Oh God, what a day! What a day! It is definitely clouding over. I think we're going to get some more rain tonight. But nothing I can do about it. The bees are no longer clumping on that tree. There are a few still floating around. It's probably the ones that got knocked off on the floor, wondering where the queen has gone. I guess we'll find out tomorrow. Loads of them buzzing around in the air. Obviously they're feeling a bit wound up after their treatment by the inexperienced beekeeper here. But on a positive note, we have got activity still on both of those new hives, which is encouraging, and on the old existing hives, which is really encouraging. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Go away. I'm being harassed now by angry bees. We'll see if they stay where they are for the rest of the day and into tomorrow, or whether they decide they want to go somewhere else again. I'll look at that tree as soon as I arrive tomorrow. I can't believe still. I cannot believe still. That's pretty. How nice is that? I've still got bees around my head. They are grumpy. Oh dear, what a day, what a day. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a great weekend and staying safe and well. And I will definitely be back, no matter how short it is, over the rest of this long weekend. So, watch out for that. Look, we've got some more little flowers. How cute. Sorry. I just can't help myself sometimes. Take care, and I'll see you all on the next one. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. As always, I welcome any comments, questions or suggestions you might have. Just feel free to leave them in the comments section below. But for now, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.